What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bird's Eye View in the building with Will I am live for the first time. We want to go ahead and get this rocking and rolling because we got this shit. We know what we're doing. What's up, Mika? How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing all right. Doing all
Good,
right.
good.
Doing all right.
Not
Cause
really good, but I'm just gonna pretend I'm good.
okay, okay. We got some stuff that's probably gonna bring your energy up. That's good. So we all right.
Okay.
We got you. We got you. Bump,
All
what's
right.
going on, man? What's going on with you?
What's going on, man? You doing all right?
Oh yeah, always,
I'm
man.
good, man. I'm good.
Hey, yeah,
What's
yeah.
up, me?
Man, I can't call it.
Hey, we gonna get it out of Bump.
I heard that.
And we understand why,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
all good.
We
It is
we
all.
know why. We all in the dumps a little bit, but we gonna make it happen.
We gonna make it happen.
We gonna
That's right.
survive. We survivors.
I'm
We
gonna push it.
whatever they
I'm gonna
throw at
push
us, we
it.
gonna get it.
Hey, say it again. We are survivors.
That's right.
Yes, we are.
No doubt. No doubt.
I
No
also want to
doubt.
go ahead and thank our sponsors of the show, Vinyl Empire, and also Mile Wide Beer Company. Thank you guys for believing in 54 Sports Network and all the shows that we do. So really appreciate that. So let's go on and hit the ground running, as people say. We talking off with the women basketball team. They played Monday in Paris. Uh, Took it on the chin a little bit, 66-59, but learned a lot about this team. We got what, nine newcomers, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff like that. So
A
freshmen
lot
and
of
a
freshmen.
transfer. Hung in there, was actually winning. It was going back and forth. But UCLA has this problem that a lot of people at University of Louisville wish they had, and that was a 6'7"
Yeah.
center that can
Right.
play. We've been asking for that,
Right.
and I get
Right.
Jeff. Jeff always says that I'm just not going to just take any big person. Jeff, you're not a top
Right.
30 team. You know what I'm saying? In the past 10 to 15, you're like a top five, top eight team in the country. And it showed, man.
Right.
I mean, very impressive as far as with the freshmen and stuff like that, but it's harder to defend somebody who's 6'7" and skilled. It's a big difference.
Right.
And that kind of reared its ugly head because in the first half, that UCLA team couldn't really do too much except for her. Then they got it going, and
Yeah.
Gardner was hitting threes and
Hit
things
some
like that.
shots.
But I mean, the thing about it is, I was kind of worried about this game off the dribble, just because all these new freshmen that you knew they was going to play. They started basically, I think it was two true freshmen, a transfer. You know what I'm saying? And Olivia Cochran and Miss Harris. So didn't know what to expect, but you know what, I was really pleased with the outcome as far as what they showed me, not the loss, but what they showed
Right.
me. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff like that. Bum, what was your thoughts on this game?
I thought it was a good first game. You kind of got to see where we at right now. And like you said, it would be nice to have a 6'5", a 6'6" season center that we've been wanting for the past 10 years. But overall, I thought, what I'm saying, with the freshmen, we got some fearful freshmen. I mean, they're not scared. They stepped up to the plate. They wasn't scared about the moment. So, I like them. They'll pull from anywhere. And so Jeff seemed like he's going to let them play. So, that's what I
Yeah.
liked about it. Like you said, the 6'7" girl, which I remember me and you talking about it with my buddy LaJuan Ray when she was playing his daughter out of Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
and how we was recruiting her at the time. So we did make an attempt at her years ago to come to Louisville. She
Right.
just chose. I believe she's a transfer into UCLA, if I'm not
That's
mistaken.
what I'm thinking. That's what I'm
I can't
thinking
remember
also.
where she. Yeah, I can't remember where she was at initially, but it would have been nice to get her. But at least we did go after her. But
Right.
she was a difference maker. Like you said, she was the only one doing something in the first half. In the second half, the other girls got to go in and hit threes on us. But overall, for a first game, I
Yeah.
was real happy with it. I like the freshmen. It seemed like that they're not going to be scared about it at the moment.
Right. 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 Mika, what's your thought? What was your thoughts on this game?
I agree with you guys. I thought they played very well, honestly. I mean, if that girl wasn't on their team, we would have dominated the game. She was the difference maker.
Right?
So, you know what I'm saying?
She
And I
was.
think for LA, what, number five in the country?
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
that
number
we
five.
showed up and showed, I think we played to our caliber. We showed that we can play with them.
Right.
We didn't
Right.
break down to the end of the
Exactly.
game.
Yeah, it's almost like running out of gas a little bit type stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what though. One of the one, and Carrie didn't play. She didn't play. Lights out shooter that we have. You know what I'm saying? Second year into the program that that makes a lot of difference. Second year point guard underneath walls because it's kind of tough. But Miss Williams, Miss Williams from the Jaleel Williams from I think she transferred from Miami.
Yeah.
She's a dog.
Miami.
Yeah.
She's
She's a
tough.
dog.
She's
She's a
tough.
dog. I mean, she literally kept us in the game in that second half. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because she only had like
Yeah.
one assist, I think it was, in that first half. Ended up with a game of a total of 9. Had 11 points, 9 assists, 4 steals. Let me see, 7 rebounds. She was doing her thing, man. I mean, that
Yeah.
right there, I was like, okay, that's a corner piece right there. And Tawana Roberts, the true freshman, not scared of anything and will pull deep on you, will
No.
go around you, do floaters. Hey man, I mean we got something right there. To me though, I was kind of disappointed in the veterans.
Yeah.
Cochran and
Cochran.
Harris. Harris kind of turned it on a little bit in that second half, but y'all got to start out, man. Y'all the breadwinners, right? Y'all been through all this
Right.
stuff, has
Right.
touched the Final Four
Right.
and all that kind of stuff. You got to go ahead and take care of business because otherwise, as the season progresses and we don't see what we think we need to see, then we need to play all these freshmen in the rock and roll and get ready for next year type stuff. Not
Yeah.
saying that we're
Yeah.
packing the bags because it's so much talent on this
Right.
team that's on this bench. But why should I give Bump if Bump is bullshit? I'm not gonna do that, right?
Right.
So, I mean, I just expect more from Olivia and Nyla and Mariah Russell. I do without a doubt.
Yeah. Which I think they'll come along. One thing I also was happy about was the defense. Seemed like they got that defensive identity back that he's had
Yeah,
in years past. That I think the last year or two we've been lacking. So the girls they get after you. So it's gonna
Yeah.
be a great season, I believe.
right, right.
I
And that's
think so
It's gonna be a
too.
great season.
and you know what? When you have those young freshmen that can play defense, that can move, just like
Yeah.
Williams, the transfer, who's all up in you, all up in
Yeah.
your face and stuff. That's what he missed. That's what we, like you said, that's what we have been missing. That's what we have been missing. And
And he said our shooter didn't play. So that's one thing I think we was missing in the game is a knockdown 3-point shooter.
right, right, right.
You know, we was missing that during that game. You didn't have no. You had some streaky shooters that hit a couple of threes, but nothing that you thought was going to be consistent throughout the
When,
game.
when you have guard play that can get into the lane and do what they with Williams and Roberts, that's a Curry's dream. Who can dribble too, but that's a dream if you're a shooter. So that's why.
Right.
So you need her to go ahead and be in that game shooting, and you need Russell, who came to Louisville known as a shooter. Quit trying to do too
Right,
much. Just be a spot up shooter. Let's fit in where you need to get in and all that kind of stuff. Because we don't need all that other unnecessary stuff that you have not been that you've been doing for 4
right,
years. We need the fifth year needs to
exactly,
be lights out shooter. I'm just saying. You have to. But
I can.
overall,
right.
yes, you can, Mika. Yes, you can. But overall, though, I
Yeah.
mean, overall, I was pleased. Even though, you know what I'm saying, we don't believe in more victories, just because we have been to championship game, we have been to Final Fours, but it's good that you can just look out there, look on the court and say, okay, he has talent and he can work with them
Right,
Yeah.
big time. So that
exactly.
that was good stuff right there. Well, that was like a double header, so to say. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff. Louisville 93, Morehead State 45. So started the season like them exposition games we had and knocked Morehead right in the forehead. Love it, love it.
Right.
That's what you do. And you know what though? And we talked a little bit about this. You know what I'm saying? The exposition games before. But did y'all expect that defense intensity as far as the pressing? Because we ain't seen that. Like he had him up there, but
No.
We seen Chucky up into players and Corin stuff like
Yeah.
that. But everybody was up there. Mika, what was your thoughts on that the defensive pressure and just the game overall?
Honestly, it just kind of reminded me of old Louisville basketball. Like it was, you know what I'm saying? Defense wins games. It was just a up and down the court game. Like they was, hey, Pryor, I like him. Y'all know I already like Corn. He's my son. That's Johnson and Johnson, baby. So I'm calling him my son.
Okay, okay,
Okay, okay,
But
okay.
Pryor,
okay.
I
You claiming
like
them?
him. Yes,
Okay.
yes. I thought that we played a good game. I am excited to see how we play Saturday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we're gonna
Yeah.
get in that. We're
Yeah.
gonna get in that. That's big time. Bump, what was your thoughts on the game?
I loved it, man. I said, anytime you got a team as deep as ours and you could press like we did, you can do that. So getting after it early with the press and kind of setting the tone defensively, because we know we got shooters that can knock down shots, but when you
Yeah.
could apply that defensive pressure and wear teams down like that, that's always a bonus. So I mean, I love the team so far. I mean, you know what I'm saying? When, like Mika said, when you playing like teams of old, throwing that press at them and wearing them down, that was Patino and Crum Staples was the press. So
Right.
not so much to steal the ball, but just get in the team's legs sometimes. And by the
Right.
second half, you can kind of go ahead and pull away because the teams are so tired. And so I don't know how long he's
Yes.
gonna run the 5 in and 5 out, playing 10 players because most teams only run with 7. But when you got 10 guys that's capable, you can throw the doghouse at them,
Right.
and that's what seems like he's doing early in the season. So, I mean, until some guys separate themselves or come in and not doing as much, keep playing five off the bench and letting
Right.
5 rotate and keep
Right.
them fresh. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I love the game plan, and you know what I'm saying. The shooters, we got shooters, and you got a nice point guard. It seems like the guys really like playing with each other, and it shows on the court.
Right. Right.
And that's, you know what? I think that that is kind of considering that none of them have played together. The chemistry is good. No,
Right?
there's no man who
Yeah.
It
thinks that
is
they're better than the other.
Right. Right.
Yes.
That's
exactly, exactly.
I love watching and you see the bench. Like they up partying, dancing,
Right.
celebrating, everything, like they're into the
Yeah,
game. They root for each other. They
Yeah.
helping each other off the floor. They like you said, it's like you can see family. Like they really care from a short period of
exactly.
time to come there because you got to think if I'm bringing you here and you got 1 year and you at one of the most
Prestigious schools.
prestigious school in the country, hey, you got an opportunity not just to showcase but also try to win. And they believe in Kelsey, man.
Right.
Kelsey is dude. He is what
Yeah,
Louisville
he's the man.
needed. I mean, I looked at the video today,
I
and he's
agree.
going around the campus, inviting everybody to
I
the
On
seen that. I
championship
campus.
seen that.
game. Like, whoa, yeah,
Yeah.
he's hype. He's hype. He's hype.
And
I
you know
love it.
another thing, Wood, real quick, that
Go ahead.
another thing that this team brings that I haven't seen in the past 2 or 3 years is
What's
effort.
that? Oh
When you
yeah.
showing effort, we can get behind you. You know, when you diving for loose balls and you
Right.
Right.
playing defense and you high
There's a
fiving,
story of
and
court,
you know it just
house.
yeah, it brings excitement to
Yeah.
the fans because that's what we want to see. That's what we've been used to all these years is the effort that Louisville teams bring. Not the
Right.
last. I'm not going back in the past. We looking forward, but the last 2 years have been like watching paint dry on the floor. And we knew even Mika, me and Mika and some other friends would text during the games would be like, Louisville would get down by 5 points, and we was like, that's it. I'll catch y'all
It's
next game because
over.
we knew it was over.
I knew about it.
It's over with
I knew.
me.
I knew when they lost the jump ball was over.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
the
And so
body
I
you got teams.
really.
the body language
Yeah,
horrible, horrible.
body language means a lot. And so when you providing that effort and even when you missing shots and you picking up your brother off the floor and you
Hmm.
high fiving, that's contagious.
Means a lot. Means a lot, man.
Right.
We all
It
bought
does.
in. We all
It
bought
Yeah.
does.
in. We bought into this, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they got one
Yeah. And
freshman, true freshman, a
they
recruit.
brought in the Louisville first Cardinal forever. You can tell that they're
Exactly.
excited to play. You know what I'm saying? Like they representing
And
that
to bring us
jersey.
back and to bring us back to relativity,
Right.
because we haven't been
Thank
relevant in
you.
how long?
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
you
gosh.
playing hard now to where
Shit.
yeah.
Since what?
People
20
don't
what?
mind. People don't mind going on a Wednesday night
Since
on the work.
15,
You know what I'm saying?
17?
Working the next morning, going out and seeing that product when Even if you lose, you out there trying to hustle and give us effort. That's all we ask for.
That's
Go
it.
do what you
Show up
gotta
and
do.
show out.
Do what you gotta do, and you'll be eating free for the rest of your life in U of L, in Louisville, city of Louisville. You ain't
Exactly.
gotta
A
worry about
university
that.
in Louisville.
Free
Exactly.
free drinks, everything. You
City,
good.
the city.
It's
No
over with.
doubt.
It's over
Right.
with. So now, they did what they had to do, took care of business on that. And like I said, I love that I saw them pressing and things like that. That because that was one of the
Yeah.
question marks that people had when Coach Kelsey was at Charleston, thinking, okay, well, his defense is well. Let's be honest. He ain't had this type of talent at Charleston.
No. No.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you had Scott and Kobe, whatever the guy who's injured, but you didn't have all this talent.
No.
So
No.
yeah, makes a
Yeah,
difference, man. Makes a difference. I love it.
And
yeah.
kids can get motivated when your crowd's into it and they're up clapping and hype when you know what I'm saying, when you dive for loose balls and going that extra mile. Fans appreciate that, and when you hear the crowd get into it, that gives you a little bit of extra energy.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
We
yeah,
know that's the difference.
yeah.
And when the young
It
center's
is.
rocking, it's
It is.
rocking.
You
It
absolutely right.
is.
Right,
Mhm.
It's a
and
factor.
and it's gonna be rocking Saturday.
So,
Oh,
It's
no
gonna be
question.
rocking Saturday. Tennessee at
yeah.
Louisville this Saturday at noon. Woo wee! I mean, it's funny that now you can be like anticipating game. You know,
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking
I,
forward to it. You have actually
yeah,
got something to look forward to.
yeah. I mean, when I used to receive texts from the past 2 to 3 years about the game, I put that on mute. I don't worry, I ain't watching this shit.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, now
Right.
you can breathe and you can watch other games. I have watched more games this week than I probably have in about 2.5 years, and not just Louisville game. I'm talking
Exactly.
No,
about
real
period
talk.
games. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just watching other teams, just
Because you want
seeing
to see
other
how we
games.
stack up against them.
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes. Makes a difference.
You have a
Makes a
vested
difference.
interest because you believe that we can actually do something this year. Last couple of years, when we feel like we didn't have a chance, regardless of who he was playing, you didn't care what was going on in the landscape of college basketball.
Tough, tough, tough.
No,
You just pulled against one school down the
no.
road. Yeah.
It's this. Oh, long as they don't win. Long as they don't
Yeah.
win.
As long as they don't win, man.
That's it. That's
August
it.
they don't win.
Right.
That's all it is.
That was it.
What's up, Shannon? How you doing? Good evening. Good evening. What's up, D? Good evening. Good evening.
What's going on, ladies?
Let's see. Cassandra, what's going on? Hey, y'all. All that good stuff. Oh, real quick. So this is a biggie, big game. Anyway, period. A way that Louisville can show that they're really back in the landscape. Got a number 12 team coming in. Mika, what's your thoughts on this game and what does Louisville has to do to secure a win in this game?
Honestly, I think that we saw that very first exhibition game where we were shooting lights out. Then we saw the second game where they was going in the post. Then we saw the very first season game and the defense was on. So all three have to be on point on Saturday to win the game.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Bump. What you thinking, Bump?
Tennessee's a good school. I believe they got 5 players that's averaged in double figures, with one coming off the bench averaging like 15, I believe. You know what I'm saying? That was averaging 15, I
Wow.
believe, last year. They're a veteran team. Yeah, Tennessee is going to be a tough game. But I just want to see us come out and play the ball that we've been playing. Keep playing, like me said, keep playing defense, keep swinging the ball on the perimeter, knock down your open shots, and the rest will fall into place and
Yeah.
keep on, just hustling. So we'll actually
Hustle.
know this Saturday. We won't know, but we'll have a gauge of where we truly are.
Right.
Win or lose, I believe they're gonna come to play hard. I believe the crowd's gonna be there
Yeah.
to edge them on, and I believe it's gonna be a dogfight.
Right.
And we'll see right now Saturday to where we truly are and where we need to work on and what we need to truly improve
True.
on.
Right.
True. No, I love it.
Yeah.
To me though, let's kick it back a little bit. They did lose a lot on this team from last year.
Hmm.
Ziegler is
Okay.
the head of the snake. You don't have that Versace or whatever who's there for 20 years, the point guard who they love at 6'4", but you have Ziegler who's a smaller guard who's been around for a minute.
Right.
They have some guys who had to step into some roles. They did not look impressive in this first game against Gordon Webb. There was a 27-point favorite. They only won by like 16 at home. The thing about Tennessee, and Rick Barnes, they're going to play defense. That's their calling card, defense.
Right.
Um, if we can shake and keep making those passes, extra passes, to put that pressure on that defense and knock down some shots, I don't think they have enough firepower. Because the thing about it is,
Hmm.
one thing that you discredit Louisville about off the dribble is their defense. They don't think about the activeness that they have, and they're gonna have to man up. Louisville, even though we really don't have a true post, but we have a lot of rangy guys that can get in the passing lane, that can play
Right.
some defense, and it's gonna make a difference
Yeah.
because long arms. We saw it. We used to see it when we had top 25 teams. Then you play, let's say Kentucky or somebody
Earl Clark and those guys.
with
Yeah.
a longer people, and then it
Yeah.
makes a difference. But when you have people who can move and do some stuff, it's and nobody's going. Everybody is stuck in the national rim of things, pretty much as of the Louisville of the past 2 to 3 years, right? So you're not
Right.
crediting the defense. You're not going to credit the defense, but you're going to give respect to Fat and all those other guys like that. And if you unless you've seen it and been at practice and things and can see things, I just think that if they continue to do what they do, continue to progress, continue like Mika said, to keep on evolving in different part of the games. This don't be a jump shooting team. Get into the paint,
Right.
paint touches, play some defense, rebound. I love our chances with this. I really do. But also, one
Yeah.
thing you have to do, you better hit your free throws. We have not been hitting free throws
Yeah.
in
You
these
got to.
Right.
exhibition
Yeah.
games and this game. Because
They
when you
have free
play
throws.
tough teams like this, you have to hit your free throws.
Every
Yeah.
point counts.
Yeah.
Every point counts.
Every point counts.
Mika, what's your prediction? You
And it
pick.
is a whiteout. In
It's a
case you
whiteout.
didn't know, Saturday is a whiteout.
Yeah.
Mika, what's your prediction? You've been hot lately.
Mika, you been killing it.
I don't know. Hey, basketball's a little different than football. You don't have such
Okay.
a large
All right.
range.
Okay.
I'm
Right.
gonna say we're gonna win, but I can't give you. I'm gonna say uh 75-70.
Hmm. I can dig
Okay.
that. I can do that. Bump, what you got?
I'm gonna go Louisville 72-69. Close game or a foul game, but we pull it out in the end
Mm,
on the
Yeah.
upset.
I like that. I like that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Louisville 79, Tennessee 70. I think
Okay.
I'm gonna rock with that.
Ooh.
I just think that as much as people want to give credit to Ziegler, we do have Chucky Hepburn that's gonna neutralize that shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna put that pressure back on you, right? And then we got Johnson and Johnson who's gonna take care of some business too, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna ride with that. I think it's gonna be a good game, and I think it's gonna be a great atmosphere, which is needed.
Yeah.
Needed.
Yeah.
Tremendously. And I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, if you win this game, you back in the national discussion.
Yes, you are.
You right back in the national discussion. You in the
Yep.
national discussion. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Because look what happened with the football team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put us
Yeah.
right back in the national discussion.
She got that big smile. I think
Yep.
she's coming out of it. I think she's coming out of it.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, let's get
Yeah.
it. Let's get it. Louisville 33,
I don't know.
Clemson 21. Who knew? Kamika knew. That's who knew. Big time. Hey, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get the first crack at it, Mika. Louisville with a big
Yeah.
time win. Go ahead. What's your thoughts on the game?
Oh man, what did I tell you? I told you guys last week that we was gonna win, number one, and I said we
You
was
did.
gonna
You did.
win because our defense is going to show up. I said as long as our defense keeps improving, we're gonna come into Death Valley and win. And I'll be damned if they didn't do that.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Kudos to Louisville football.
You did. And for the people, Mika let us know too. She let us know. That's
I
why.
She
sure
did.
did.
That
Yeah.
that's
All
that's why.
week.
That's why I
All
had a.
week.
That's why I had to follow up with that post. Congratulations. Boo boo boo. Bump. What's your thoughts on the game, my brother?
First, I want to apologize to the Louisville fans for picking against my dogs. I picked against us.
Mm,
I'm sorry.
mm,
Should have listened to Meek. I was wrong. But for
mm-hmm.
Louisville to go into Death Valley for the first time ever and pull out that win, which
Ever.
I believe that's the first time in 22 or 23 games that they lost a night game
Oh yeah, it was a wow.
in
Yeah.
Clemson. So that was a humongous win for them. They came to play the defense. I mean, played lights out.
Yeah.
The offense was clicking. It seemed like everything was on point for a game. All three phases of the game, offense, defense, and special
Yes.
teams came out to play. All
Yes.
three phases. So
Yes.
I mean, I couldn't have been more
And
ecstatic when those clocks hit zero. Had to pinch myself to make sure it was real that we actually won there. And people don't remember that Clemson was clicking on all cylinders.
Oh yeah.
Clemson was the hottest team, one of the hottest teams in the ACC before. I mean, yeah,
yep.
ACC before we beat them. So that's a heck of a win to go down there on a night game. You see how they came in with the lights, and
Oh, it
I
was
was like,
on.
man, this is dope.
It
How
was
they
on.
coming in?
It
It
was
was
on.
beautiful, and we
Yeah.
came down there and turned the
Yeah.
lights out. Had people leaving in the third quarter.
Right. Right.
So
Didn't
I
they?
couldn't be
They was
more
hot.
ecstatic with that win. Yeah, in the third quarter,
Oh, and
throwing bottles on the
forget.
field and
Don't
everything.
forget,
So
guys.
yeah.
We gotta shout out Chuck. We gotta shout him out. He scored a touchdown and he did a flip to score the touchdown and
You
he did a
go.
little
He
little
ran in,
dance.
yeah.
Little dance.
Yeah, he did
You
the old
know.
nay nay.
Yeah. The old Nene. The first one.
Yeah,
The very
yeah,
first one. Like, come on, man.
exactly.
We gotta work on your celebration. But
We gotta
Right.
work on your
we gotta
celebration.
work on it. I did not pick Louisville. Also, I did not.
Apologize.
I, yeah, it is what it is. I'm sorry that I went with the stuff, but that's okay. That's okay. I went with Clemson. I don't think I say it was a blowout, but anyway, Louisville. First of all, and we're going to be hitting some questions a little bit. But what I love about this is that Shook did not have a ridiculous amount of yards passing, and we still won this game. We had a
It was
Russian.
a balanced
My
game.
guy Brown.
Hmm.
My guy Brown
Yeah.
is a
Bad boy.
monster. Monster.
Yeah.
Bad boy.
The line was patchwork, and you couldn't tell it because Mr. Shook. Uh, I don't think. Let me look real quick. I don't think Clemson had 0 sacks, and everybody thought
Wow.
that ain't no way Louisville's offensive line is going. Hats off to them. Kudos to the offensive line,
Yeah.
Yeah,
big time, man. And
because we had
Mister,
played some offensive linemen hurt.
I know what I'm saying, patchwork.
Yes.
We have people in there, yeah.
Right.
And also that defense. And hey, man, hey, dude. I guess simplifying things really paid off because we knew talent was there, but we needed to figure out the scheme that's going to work with this talent. And man, no man, goodness gracious, second half of that Boston College, you saw some glimpses big time of this game. If we wasn't kicking off, doing the field goals, and scoring TDs, this would have really been a blowout. And it really wasn't
Yeah.
this close.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It really wasn't this close.
Yeah.
But hats off to Louisville, man. I mean, damn, Jeff, you just, you,
That's a
you,
heck of a win.
you hey,
Heck of a win.
whoever's his agent, man, they got to be smiling, right?
Yeah.
The first year you won
It just
10
went
Yeah.
up.
games, 10 games in regular season that Louisville ain't never done. You went to the ACC championship, Louisville never done, and you beat Clemson in your second year, which
And
Louisville
you
Yeah.
beat
never done.
Clemson.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. That's all you got to say. Beautiful. But y'all know
And
how
you
we
being
do.
competitive in every game. You being
Every game.
competitive in every
Every
game.
game.
Seven
You
game
every
loss.
game.
Yeah.
7 game
Yeah.
Yeah.
loss. Grades time.
Yeah.
Grades time. Bump what you giving the offense.
I'm gonna give them an A. You put 31 points on Clemson at Clemson. That's unheard of. So they get an A from me on this one.
Mika.
Yeah. So I give them A also. They showed up. Dude, that was a great game.
Right.
It was.
Right. I'm gonna give my A+, man. I mean, anytime you go with offensive linemen's
Okay.
missing and shit like that, and Shook didn't have to throw for 300, Brooks didn't have to get 150 yards. The running backs was solid, and you did it with ESPN promoting Clemson to the fullest. This was Clemson's game.
Exactly.
This was the best team that Clemson has played since Georgia. So they wanted to send a statement. They wanted to get 50 points on
Yeah.
Louisville, embarrass Louisville. Stop it.
Not.
Didn't
Mm-mm.
happen. Didn't happen. So I'm giving A+ on that one.
Yeah.
Big time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cardinals defense. Mika.
I'm giving them an A. I'm giving them an A.
Okay.
They went into Death Valley. They was wrapping up. They was stopping everything. They was sacking. Hey, they played defense.
Right.
I'm very proud.
They did.
Good job.
Well,
Hey, they getting an A. They getting a solid, strong A from me.
right.
You know, it's the first time I believe all season where I felt good with the defense on the field. You know, other games, couple
Yes.
in the past, to where I'm like, golly, they just gonna go up and down the field on us. But this game, the DBs was knocking passes down. The offensive line was plugging holes. The linebackers was coming up hitting. So that's all you can
Yeah.
ask for. That's all you can ask for.
I cannot say in this game where's the linebackers. I can't say why
Right.
is the DBs playing off and not making plays. I can't say the defensive
Right.
line is not getting pressure. I can't say none of that. I can't say basically what the hell are they doing. Hey, this is 100. This is extra credit. This is when you see somebody get 103 points on a test. Like, how the hell did you get that?
Right.
What's
Exactly.
going on? Hey,
Yeah.
lights out, man. Hey, very impressive.
Yeah.
And this keep the mojo going. This for us. This please, this keep the mojo.
Exactly.
Special teams,
Yeah.
guys. Bump. What you think
Yeah.
about special teams?
They get an A+ from me, man. You block two field goals in a game
Yeah.
and hit your field goals and do what we supposed to do. You get an A+ from special teams from me on this one.
Yeah.
Mika,
I agree.
you got the A+ too?
I agree with Bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's easy. You block two field goals? Two?
Yeah.
Like two.
Two.
Like not one.
Two
Two.
two meaningful two
Yeah.
meaningful
Two.
two meaningful
Yes.
field goals at that.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. At
Yeah,
right
stop their
time. At the
momentum
right
completely.
time.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Completely stop their momentum.
Very, very
Yeah.
impressive with that, man. I mean, you can't have it no other way, man. And even though Brock missed, I think he missed his first one. He missed his first field goal. He
Yeah, he did.
bounced
Yeah.
back, and end up four
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
five. You know, the long was 49, 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hats off, man. A+ is all the way around with that, man. Very impressive win, big time. So you know how we go.
Yeah.
For the people who just now join us, so we got the bird's eye view player of the game. Mika, who's your player of the game?
Oh man. Oh man. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead just because we've been clowning him for week after week, telling him to see when it's time to run. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Shuck because it was needed.
Mm-hmm.
It at that moment we needed him to do what he did. So for that, I'm giving it to him.
Love it. The stats wasn't
Okay.
huge. He was 17 for 32, 156 yards. Had a rush TD. He had 3-9. Rushed 3 times, 9 yards. Important TD to get us off the snide. I like that. Bump. What you thinking?
It'd be easy to give it to Brown, but I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna give it to the defense as a whole
Mm,
because
Yeah,
they did, yeah, they did, yeah, the defense as a whole because they came to play, man. They really turned the
they
corner,
came
I
to play.
believe, with this game.
right.
They came to play, so I'm gonna give it to the defense, the whole defense as a whole.
I like that. I
The
like that.
line, the
I like it,
linebackers,
Bob.
DBs.
I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
me,
like it. You know what? I will say my guy because he deserved. Dude is
Brown.
doing his thing. but you have to have big
He is.
uglies. Big uglies has to be up there blocking.
Offensive
And
line.
when you
Right.
say when they on the sideline saying they'll have everybody's hurt. They only got 5 offensive linemen. Maybe somebody can spell them on the bench or two. They got to go hard and gave up 0 sacks, produced 210
Yeah,
yards rushing. That offensive line is my player of the game, bro. That's
I
big
like
time.
it.
Big time. I love it. I love it,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. All right, let's roll. Let's rock and roll. Best road victory? If not, what is the best road victory? Bump, let's start with you. Let's get it.
Without question, you beat a ranked team. I believe the highest ranked team that we ever beat on the road.
Yep.
And then you beat a Clemson team that was playing some of the best ball of the season on a night game to where the fans done had all day to get liquored up and ready for the game. We all know those night
Lick
games
it
are
up.
because you tailgate from 12 o'clock in the afternoon to nine
Right.
ten o'clock at night.
Shit
So
face.
that game was live, man, and those people was ready. There was a lot of implications on that game because Clemson had a lot to play for.
Oh
If
yeah.
Clemson
Yeah.
wins that game, they possibly in the top 12.
Yeah.
We knocked them out of the top 12.
Oh yeah.
So I believe that's the most productive, the biggest road victory ever.
I like it. I like it. Mika, what you thinking?
I agree. I agree. I think I told you guys that night that Clemson hadn't lost at Death Valley since what 2016. I
Mm-mm.
think that's what
Mm-hmm.
the stat said.
Yeah,
So that was major. Like for us at that point where we're like, oh man, who are we? For them to go in there and
yeah,
solidify who we are. Oh, that was a big
yeah.
game. That was major. Yeah.
I like it.
Yes, it was.
I'm gonna have to say that time
Because
that
really,
Yeah.
go ahead.
real quick, Wood, like Mika said, that game right there for us, it was a tipping scale for us.
Hell
We
yeah.
could have went either way.
We'd have been
That could
five
have
and
went either
four.
way for us. So
Five and
5 and
four.
4.
Yes.
Shaking the head like this. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna disagree with you guys. I'm gonna say that game against
Hmm.
Kentucky when they tried to throw the garbage can at Lamar Jackson. That now I'm playing the boast road victor. Even though that I love that we got in that. We got in that. Lamar went
Right,
there took
right,
care of business. He said, "No, we ain't doing that."
right,
But no, hands down, it's this. It's this. I mean, come on, man. Everything's against you. You're going in the game 5-3. You're falling short for every game. This was, like I said, this was ESPN's brainchild. Night game, Death
Yeah.
Valley. Everybody's there.
Yeah.
They putting the Hall of Fame coats on Sammy Watkins and the other guy, the Boyd. Oh, they knew they had this. This is like homecoming to them. Like, oh, we got them
right,
Yeah.
and we own them. They have not beat us.
We
right.
owned it.
We beat them. We got that out the
Period.
way. Take that monkey off your back.
Period.
Let's go. It's time to rock and roll. And like you guys said, that was a difference maker in our season. If you followed the Birds after you've been talking about it, you know what games you had to win. How can you do this? What games do you think it's possible to win? And this is one of the games that we was like, no, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. So that right there was huge, and I love it,
Yeah.
big time. So yeah, I agree with you guys, bar none. That was the best one, without a doubt. Uh oh, is Mr. Ron English job safe now, guys? Maker.
I think I told y'all that if he won, it would be. I really do think it is because what we wanted was for him to show improvement. And each week since he's made it to the field, they have improved drastically. Like, what was this, 4 games ago when he came on the field or 3 games
Yeah.
ago?
Right,
And
right.
they've made a tremendous difference. So I think he's safe.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Bump. How you feeling?
I believe he is. I believe he is. We said it. I believe you said it, Wood, that we really wouldn't know who we are until maybe 3 or 4 games down the line. And it was
Right.
3 or 4 games down the line. So I believe
Yeah.
it took time. I'm hoping that, you know what I'm saying, that what we showed this last game against Clemson is who we are now. And that's going to be expectations for, I believe, all of us now because we've seen what we're capable of.
Right.
So when
Right.
we go from here forward, that's what we expect. We expect
Expectations.
the linebackers to come up, the D line to get a push. The expectations are high now. So Ron, this is who we expect you are, who we wanted to be in the beginning, but it's just time for us to jail and find out who we were.
True. No,
Yep.
you hit the points, man, that I was going to make about the takes time to jail and that stuff like that. And plus, hearing your voice and simplifying things. Everybody came from a different university, different terminology. Let's simplify.
Right.
We all
Right,
can play. That's why we're here. That's why you gave us this NIL money. You know what I'm saying? We all can play. So let's go ahead and simplify things and see ball, tackle ball. See man, guard man. I
right,
mean, simplify things to the finest of things in line. And they
right,
have.
Yeah.
Only way you lose your gig if you go to LEX and you let a team who's in Ep on scoring put 30, 40, 50 points on you,
Right.
you
then you
can't
back
do it.
up,
Yeah.
then you're on the chopping block. You
Yeah.
got the knives out.
Right,
Yeah.
Hopefully not so, but that's how you get back on. But right now, as of right now, oh, dude got his bourbon on his desk. Cigar out. You can't
he
Oh
say
does.
nothing to
yeah.
him. Oh, he's Big Willie style,
Yeah.
No,
big time. Yeah. You Big Willie
right,
style, big time. He's safe. He's safe right now. Hey, baby, don't pack the clothes. We're good. Don't get the stuff out the boxes. We're good right now. We're good.
We
Don't worry about it.
straight.
He's straight.
right.
I'm trying to get an extension, baby. Get more money. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting thing right here: Isaac Brown versus Lamar Jackson, freshman year. And for people who would poo poo on this, Lamar wasn't a bona fide starter or nothing like that his freshman year. But the reason why I bring this up, Lamar Jackson has the record for the most rushing yards as a freshman, and we know how Bobby was pulling him back and forth. A1, that's remarkable. But Isaac Brown is about to break that record. And we have had some great running backs that had played as freshmen. And not surprised that Lamar, that's a once in a generation type player. I mean, come on, we understand that.
Right.
Exactly.
But for Isaac to already be looking at Lamar to take this, very impressive. So the question is basically not them pitting against each other, but the freshman year. Are you really surprised that Isaac Brown is doing what he's doing? And he was like what, the third or fourth string back? You had Maurice Turner, you had
Yeah.
Cheney, and so he didn't get the looks the first two games or something. Even though they was playing terrible teams, and he was getting some yardage, but he didn't really solidify that to what, game three, game four, something like that.
Yeah.
For him to do what
Right.
he's doing, you that's why
Yeah.
we looking at this. Isaac Brown's freshman year versus Lamar's freshman year. Different positions, but still Lamar was fantastic. Not saying he's gonna be the next Lamar, but talking about freshman year. Bump, what's your thoughts on Isaac Brown and what he's doing?
I believe, far as impact, it has to be Isaac Brown. Potential wise, we've seen it in Lamar as a runner, not so much as a quarterback his freshman year.
True.
As far as team
Yeah.
impact, it has to be Isaac Brown. He's made a world of difference in this team because just like the play when they kicked when Clemson kicked the onside kick and we got it, he turned around the next play and broke the game, closed the game out for us with the
Yeah, he
touchdown
did.
on the
Yeah.
next play. That's impactful to where you got a kid now that we're actually depending on. Lamar, I don't believe, was starting his freshman year, if I'm not mistaken.
Right,
Was he
right.
starting his freshman year?
Spot
Right, he
duty.
wasn't starting his
He
freshman
came
year.
in there
He was
at the
spot
end.
duty. He came in there. Now we see, I believe that bowl game, Lamar came and started and
Yep.
against Texas A&M and just closed shop and just so we couldn't wait to the next year to see what his kid can do. But far as right
Yeah.
now, at this point, I have to go with Isaac Brown far as just impact
Right. I like that.
and
I
what he
like how
means to this team
this
right
team.
now.
Yeah. I like that. I like how you did that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's Mika, what's your thoughts?
Hmm.
Yeah. I guess I agree with Bump because I'll just be honest. I don't remember Lamar's. I have really bad memory, so I don't remember that long
Hmm.
ago.
But you remember when
But
you remember
I
all these
think
wins you
Isaac is
get.
like a finalist right now for some type of award, right?
Yes.
I just saw that this week. I don't know what's the award.
It is the Sean Alexander's Freshman of the Year award.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, I think that wasn't Lamar, right? At his freshman year, he wasn't up for any type of awards.
No.
So
No.
yes, you have to give it to Isaac Brown as being he's had a crazy, amazing freshman year, and for us to still be a team that's figuring out who we are, it's been refreshing to see. You know what I'm saying? Someone come in and to have that type of impact as a true freshman.
Yeah,
True freshman.
it's crazy. I mean, when you look at the
Yeah,
stats, now I'm gonna read the stats because, like I said, Lamar, I think he had like 800 and something as far as his, and right now Isaac Brown with what we got 3 more games to play. I think it's 3 more games, right?
yeah,
3 more. Yeah.
With 3 more games,
Yeah.
yes. Stanford,
he's
Pitt, and Kentucky.
he's only carried the ball 106 times. He don't have
Mm.
200 yards. He don't have 200 carry. 106, 106 carries, 800 yards. He averaged 7.5 yards a carry. 7 TDs.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
And his backup, who I love, also. This is how dynamic, and we say it on the show always.
Uh,
NIL, you better go ahead
Another
and
true
get Duke.
freshman, right?
Duke Watson, who I
Yeah.
love, 29 carries, 224 yards, averaged 7.7 yards a game, long 58,
Whew.
Wow.
2 TDs. You got to do everything you
Wow.
to
Wow.
keep both of them cats because you know people are coming.
Both of them.
Yes,
They coming.
Yeah.
They coming for him.
big
They
time.
coming.
Big time. That's crazy. But yeah, I agree with you guys. It's Isaac, man. Big time. I mean, I love it. All right, let's get him out on this one. College playoff. Louisville's ranked 22nd. Can they play their way in it, basically? Can they play in it? Because the thing about it, I'm gonna say this. And I don't. I knew I might have it on here on some of my old stuff right here. The crazy thing is this: is a lot of these teams that are above Louisville. Let's say Louisville wins out. Louisville has to win out. They have to win out. Let's do that. I don't have it up here.
Right.
A lot of these teams is playing each other, right? I mean,
Yes.
they play, and it's going to be a lot of movement. Now Louisville has to be Stanford. That was one of my bugaboo games. But if you can go to Death Valley, you can go to Hawaii or go play in the Pacific Ocean with a floating field and win.
Right.
No excuses. Uh, Pittsburgh coming in town, you can take her there because SMU
Yeah.
ran their asses out of the building in Kentucky, which is going to be
Yeah.
this.
Didn't they?
Yeah, big time. And Kentucky, with that one, we don't even know what that Kentucky team's going to look like by then because they
We
probably
don't.
have 7 or 8 losses already. So if you take care of business, these
Yeah.
people basically eat each other up. So you're saying I got a little hope, a little glimmer. Bump, what's your thoughts? Do they have a?
It's.
It's a lot of movement needs to be made. Let's put it that way.
I don't believe it'll be this year. I mean, you got. They'll
Yeah.
take a two-loss SEC team or a three-loss. I'm just throwing it out, which they wouldn't.
No,
I
you
don't think
good.
they're going to take a three-loss team. Period. But I don't think they would take a three-loss Louisville team
Mm-hmm.
over a three-loss Alabama team.
Oh hell
Alabama has
no,
2 losses right now, and they play
no, no,
LSU
no,
this
sir.
week. So, I mean, I don't believe it's in the cards for us this year. So I think we could probably finish maybe top 15. I believe, you know what I'm saying, that'll be a good final finish, you know what I'm saying, ranking for us in the top
Right,
15 and close to sniffing it,
right, right, right.
sniffing it possibly for next year, getting a good start for next year because we all know it really helps when you start in the top 15, the top 20.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you provide a little leeway. You just can't lose games like we did to SMU at home, to to a Notre Dame team, which I thought we was better than. And then the who was the third loss we had?
Miami, Miami.
Miami, a
Miami.
Miami team that was beatable here at home. It was beatable. So, I don't believe they'll let us in this year. But I think our chances, if we keep some of the same players, running backs, and improve, we probably get in there next year, maybe.
Okay, Mika, what's your thoughts?
I agree. I don't think that we can make it this year. Just because, like Bump said, we have the three losses. And even though every loss we have is a good loss, because every team is ranked higher than us.
Right.
Um, I do,
Right.
except Clemson. Well, we didn't lose to Clemson. But I do think that we don't have, even with teams playing each other, we just don't have enough to make it. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I think I think the problem is this: the schedule, right? You only got one ranked team
Yeah,
left, right, and that's Pittsburgh. It's different if Kentucky was
that's
ranked,
Pittsburgh.
right? Pittsburgh, I'm sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is different if Pittsburgh and Kentucky was ranked. You know what I'm saying? You only got one
Right.
ranked team. Stanford is god awful, 2-8 or 2-7, 2-6, something like that. So yeah, I think our schedule is gonna hurt us on that because no matter what, and you hit a bump, Alabama can really probably have four losses and Louisville have three, and they would take Alabama just for this name
Exactly.
Yeah,
itself. And they're gonna look at who they
Exactly.
played
yeah.
and said, okay, we got to get you in there. Even a two-loss Tennessee, stuff like that is gonna add
Yeah.
up. Now, I would say this, and I know we got a lot of Hoosier fans, but you can't afford to lose any game because y'all didn't play anybody.
No.
Indiana, boy, that shit's kind of fitting them. I mean, you only got one game on the
Undefeated and still couldn't.
one game. And that's against Ohio State. If
Yeah.
they lose that game to Ohio State, they gonna bounce their asses right back there with Louisville.
They're done. Yeah, yeah,
Or Michigan. If they lose to Michigan this week,
Yeah, yeah,
they
and
play
that's so
Michigan this week.
that's
So
so crazy. You get them out the best time, but I'm with you guys. I think the schedule dictates that, and I think you just had a win. If you had two losses and you beat Clemson there,
maybe.
then you're basically like 15. You're sitting there smiling. You know what I'm
right.
saying? You're okay. But yeah, it'll be everybody have to lose, and we're not having that. So I'm with you. I just hope that you just springboard off this one, off the Clemson game. You finish
Yeah,
strong. You do something in the bowl game. You actually look like a
that's
Yeah.
team
Get a
in
that's
the
what I was
bowl
good
going to
bowl
game.
say. You
game.
got to show up in the bowl game.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
to win the bowl game.
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah,
please, getting there ain't it. Win the bowl game. Get that preseason rank for next year. Recruit your ass off. Bring in the transfer. Bring in the freshman. And then all of a sudden you can get ready for it. But I mean,
yeah,
yeah, you guys hit it on the head on that one though, for real, for
And
real.
we put ourselves in a good position as far as winning at Clemson because now you're looking at a better ball game
Oh
as
yeah,
opposed if you lost you'd end
there,
up in Liberty Bowl or somewhere like
yeah,
that.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah,
you're looking at maybe a Florida bowl game somewhere down in Florida as opposed to going down to
yeah.
Memphis in December.
Don't want the Mayo Bowl.
No,
Don't want none of that. Don't want that crap. Don't do all that. We,
exactly,
if we in Charlotte, we need to be in the ACC championship, not for the Mayo Bowl. We don't need nothing
exactly,
Right.
like that. We don't need
right.
none of that.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, so hey man, we at the end. You guys knocked it out. Our first live show. You rocked and roll with it, big time. Mika, what you leaving the people with?
Hey,
Let's go Cards. I mean, we got to beat Tennessee and get ready for next week. Let's go.
We don't get the L today. Damn, damn.
Oh, you guys want to go my L?
Yeah, yeah, that's a staple. That's a staple. But what you leaving the people
yeah.
with?
I'm leaving them with. I think football. We have a bye week this week, so we can concentrate on that
Yeah.
Tennessee game. Anxious to see what we look like against a top 20 team. Anxious to see what the Yum Center is going to look like for the first time in years, packed, loud, and ready for the whiteout.
Yep.
So I'm hyped for this weekend, man. L's up.
L's up,
L's up.
big
No
time. I
doubt.
mean, this is good, man. I mean, good sports week. As far as the Clemson, even the women's basketball, I'm excited about that. With the
Right.
talent, just to see that because you really don't get, you don't
Yeah.
have the exposition games and stuff like that. So just to see that and see that talent because we know that Jeff Walls is probably the best coach on campus, head coach regardless. He,
Oh,
he
no
can
question.
he can scheme and do what he got to do. So he
Yeah.
has talent. Love that. Love Coach Kelsey's
Yeah.
energy and what the guys are bringing it, taking it. So I'm with you guys. I'm very excited. Happy what I'm looking at and can't wait. Um, can't wait to the weekend to see the game and leave the people with. Look, I'm gonna leave you with this. The thing about it is, 54 Sports Network. We got a lot of shows on. A lot of shows that we do. This is one of the best shows. It's been taped. You guys got to follow it. It airs at 6 p.m. on Fridays. And once in a while, we'll pop up like we do today on Thursday, give you a live view and all that kind of stuff like that. I'm telling you, Bump, Mika makes the show. I love it. This is just like us just talking, regular talking, all this kind of stuff. They
Yeah.
know they
Right.
Louisville sports, and this is what it's all about. I want to thank the sponsor and thank you guys. Go ahead and like, share, follow, all that kind of stuff like that. And like Mika and Bump says, go Louisville, big time. Peace
Go
out.
Louisville.
Go Cards.
Best